I was talking to my fellas, and we were talking about needs for the team. And we keep going back to DT. And I'm going to tell you what. I don't want a DT. I don't want a DT no more. Not anymore. I don't want a DT anymore. You might be saying, well, why not? Why not? Because we have one. We have one. Wait a minute. What do you mean? Is it Isaiah Bugs? Yeah, we got him. Is it Levi Onwuzurike? Is it him? Is it Elaine McNeil? Yeah, we got them. But it's, wait a minute. Let me see. It's a guy we drafted in the 3rd round. I think it was pick 96, if I'm not mistaken. Gave up a couple draft. What's this guy's? Brodric Martin. Brodric Martin, who's been inactive for 5 games. If we're gonna bring somebody in here, get a DE. Get somebody so that Hutch don't have to do everything. Because guess who was MIA yesterday? Charles Harris. Guess who was Romeo. Okay, we had a Romeo sighting. Julian off the list, right? I am all about getting better. I'm not about being content with how we are. So for me, why waste capital when you've already wasted capital to trade up for Brodric Martin, who has not put on a Lions uniform in the regular season? It is time, and I don't know if that's fact, but it's time to put the guy in. So for me, I'm picking DE. I don't want to hear nothing about a DT. I don't want to hear nothing about Jeffrey Simmons or Jonathan Allen or Derek Brown. I don't want to hear it because we could have had Derek Brown, but we was under a different regime. We're not going to talk about that. But we got a guy, 300 and something pounds, okay, that we ain't even played in the game. So he needs to be in the game before we talk about trading for anyone, because that defensive tackle that's going to be a game wrecker is going to cost us some money. And we've already spent capital on a project defensive tackle. So for me, no, I'm taking a DE any day. My question is, Marvin, I'm playing more game. Brodric Martin needs to play. Brodric, no talent. Martin, that's fun, bro. You've been saying that for a while. Give Carolina 200 seconds. Give Carolina 2 second-round picks, maybe a 3rd, and get Burns. Okay, so I'm assuming who you taking, Burns or Brown? Burns or Brown? Go and spend money at the Rainbow Girl says, yes, agreed. I believe he's a 3rd-round pick. Play the man. No, you haven't. Explain it to me, Big D. I don't know if the man has talent. When he was drafted, we had to look him up, could barely find anything, had to dive deep into the recesses of the NFL scouting department and read what they said. Then you got to take what our offensive line or defensive line coach said recently about him playing too high. His hands are way too high and stuff like that. It looks like his footwork, it's just a lot of work, but you did that. So I'm not mad or anything like that. I'm not saying Brad Holmes made a mistake. It looks like they were, but watching the Inside the Den with the draft, they were very excited about the potential of this young man. So, but we don't know. We don't know because he's not out there. So I don't want, at this point, get me a guy that's going to, I'm talking about not Batman and Robin. You know who I want? I want Batman. I want Christian Bale back there, which is Aiden Hutchinson. And I want the Batman, which is DN that we trade for. That's what I want. We don't need a defensive tackle. We got Bugs. We got Elaine McNeil. We got guys that we drafted last. And we got a guy, number 96 overall, if I'm not mistaken, that needs to be put in a game. So right now, give me defensive end. Let me know what you think.